In this video, I'm going to show you how I shade the hair. I'm going to show you the first step that I take when I start shading. First, I like to just add a few general marks of where the main clumps of hair are going to be. This is going to help me later on. Just like this. Just a few simple guidelines. And from here, I'm just going to start doing strokes in the direction the hair is going in. These don't have to be as close because you want to make it feel like you're drawing each individual hair. So if you do it too close, you'll kind of lose that illusion. Okay, so it's still very rough. Take a look at it. But we're going to start adding some more detail from here. Since the light is coming kind of from the front and a little bit from the top. Right here, we'll have slight reflections of the light. We'll be reflecting the light, so we'll have a bit more shadow on this side. And at this point, I'm going to switch to my B pencil. And you're kind of you want to start shading in around the guidelines that you made. Those clumps. If you just go too random, it's going to the hair will lose its form and shape, so it's good to stay within the guidelines that you've drawn. And also along the top here, I'm going to turn my piece of paper again. And you don't want to go too far because you want to leave that portion of the hair where it's kind of shiny, catching the light. So you have the lighter strokes and then you have the darker strokes, and that gives it that nice shine. There you go. See, it's got that nice look. And if you want the hairs to stand out a little bit more, you can sharpen your pencil. If you have a really sharp point, you can draw very clean looking hair. Okay, so drawing hair where it's very straight and all the hairs are going in the same direction, that's pretty simple. Well, how about when you have maybe a portion where the hairs are going in different direction? So the first step is the same, but you will want to plan out where the main clumps of hair are going to be. So I'm going to have some long strands coming down here. I'm going to have some hair coming out the side, maybe one a little bit, maybe coming here like this. So you have to plan that part out. And then the next step is the same. You're going to want to make your strokes go down, following the main direction of the hair for this portion here. You're going to want to have streaks that are going like this. and you're going to want to, you should definitely plan how much hair you want going to the side here. Because once you've laid this out, you're going to add the darker strokes after. So I'm going to do some of the hair that's going in the back. That are going underneath. It's continuing behind. Maybe it's coming out here a little bit. Sorry, there we go. Okay, so I'll show you how I do this part. So it's really actually just a repeat of this. You're just going to have to be doing it in different directions. I'll start from this part. As this is coming from underneath this section of hair, I'm going to start from here. And the other hair is casting shadow on this. So again, you're just going to want to do strokes going in the same direction, like that. And tips will be a little lighter, with a few darker strands that go all the way, just like that. So hair is actually not that scary once you get the hang of it. Now we're going to do this area here. Again, this is coming from underneath the other strands of hair, so we'll make it a little darker. And I need to sharpen my pencil. Just continuing the hair over here in the same direction. You can have some thicker strands. This is coming from underneath here, so it'll be a little darker. This part's a little tricky, you're just going to have to fill it in. Fill here in as well. Doesn't always have to be strokes for these areas. You may just want to shade it in to add that shadow. You can just use normal shading techniques when it's a lot darker. And then when the hair becomes more visible, you'll want to go back to using those long, clean strokes. And for here again, I'm going to go back to the long sweeping strokes of hair. It's important that you keep your pencil sharp. Here too. You can't really get impatient in this stage. Just gonna have to do each stroke and it'll turn out nice. was a little messy. So that's the basics for drawing hair. And once you've gone this far, then maybe you can get maybe a lighter pencil and you can do some random little loose hairs that have kind of escaped the main clumps. Well, that's a little messy, but you can, yeah, you don't want it to be too dark. I think I've just done it maybe a little too much, but you can always erase. If you've gone too far. So yeah, just a few. You don't want to go crazy with it, but there's always one or two that are kind of sticking out. It should be very light, actually. Okay, so that, very simply, is how I draw my hair. And you can also use the eraser and give highlights to certain areas like this, like if the hair is going across. And then you can fill it in again, parts if you've over-erased a certain portion. You can give some areas stronger highlights with a thin eraser. And now to repeat the process on the right side. And this is how I draw the hair. I hope this video has made it a little less daunting for you. And I hope you've enjoyed the series. If you haven't seen the other ones, please check out the rest of the series where I show you how to find the placements of the facial features as well as skin tone, eyes, nose, mouth, etc. And if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.